At its core, marketing connects a product to a need. Without a need, there is no demand. Without demand, there is no business. The first fundamental is the customer. Marketing starts with the customer, not with the product. Customers have goals. They have fears. They have limitations. Good marketing listens first. It observes behavior. It asks the right questions. Segmentation is a key concept. Not all customers are the same. Differences matter. Segments can be based on behavior. They can be based on needs. They can be based on context. Targeting comes after segmentation. You choose who to focus on. Focus creates clarity. Trying to reach everyone reduces impact. Clear focus improves relevance. Relevance improves results. Positioning defines how a product is perceived. It answers one simple question. Why should someone choose this? Positioning is not what you say. It is what the customer believes. Consistency shapes perception. Value proposition explains the benefit. It explains the outcome. It explains why it matters. Strong value propositions are simple. They are clear. They are specific. Marketing is not about features. Features describe what a product does. Benefits describe what a customer gets. Customers care about outcomes. They care about solving problems. They care about progress. Pricing is part of marketing. Price communicates value. It also communicates positioning. Low price signals accessibility. High price signals premium. The message must match the product. Distribution matters. The product must be available. Availability affects choice. Promotion communicates value. It tells the story. It creates awareness. Channels vary by audience. Some users prefer search. Some prefer social. Consistency across channels is important. Messages must align. Experience must match promise. Brand is built over time. Every interaction matters. Small details compound. Trust is a marketing asset. It reduces friction. It increases loyalty. Marketing does not end with acquisition. Retention is critical. Loyal customers create growth. Customer experience influences perception. Bad experiences erase good marketing. Good experiences amplify it. Measurement supports improvement. Data shows performance. Insights guide decisions. Marketing is both art and science. Creativity attracts attention. Data ensures efficiency. Alignment with product is essential. Marketing sets expectations. Product must deliver. Sales and marketing must collaborate. Shared goals improve outcomes. Misalignment creates friction. Marketing evolves with markets. User behavior changes. Adaptation is necessary. At its best, marketing is helpful. It guides people. It creates value. Strong fundamentals create strong strategy. Strong strategy supports growth. Growth supports long-term success. Marketing is not manipulation. It is communication. It is understanding. When marketing is done well, everyone wins. Customers get value. Businesses grow sustainably. Marketing begins with people. People have problems. People look for solutions. A product is only valuable if it solves a real problem. Marketing helps connect the solution to the problem. This connection is the foundation. Understanding the customer is the first step. This means understanding behavior. This means understanding motivation. Customers do not buy randomly. They buy for reasons. They buy to improve a situation. Some reasons are emotional. Some reasons are practical. Most decisions include both. Marketing studies these reasons. It observes patterns. It looks for insights. Segmentation helps organize customers. It groups people with similar needs. It creates focus. Without segmentation, Messages become generic. Generic messages are ignored. Relevance drives attention. Targeting is the act of choosing. Choosing means saying no. Focus increases impact. Positioning defines perception. It answers how the product fits. It shapes expectations. Good positioning is simple. It is easy to explain. It is easy to remember. Value is the core of marketing. Value is not features. Value is outcomes. Customers ask simple questions. Does this help me? Is this worth it? The value proposition answers these questions. It explains the benefit. It explains why it matters now. Pricing communicates meaning. Price influences perception. It affects trust. Too low can reduce confidence. Too high can create resistance. Balance is important. Distribution affects accessibility. If users cannot find the product, marketing fails. Promotion spreads the message. It creates awareness. It creates interest. Channels must match the audience. Wrong channels waste resources. Right channels create efficiency. Brand is the result of experience. Every interaction matters. Consistency builds recognition. Trust grows over time. Broken promises destroy trust. Honesty protects reputation. Marketing continues after purchase. Retention reduces cost. Loyalty creates stability. Customer experience shapes memory. People remember how they felt. Emotion influences loyalty. Measurement supports improvement. Data reveals reality. Assumptions create risk. Marketing requires testing. Learning never stops. Markets evolve. Strong fundamentals support strong strategy. Weak fundamentals create noise. Clarity creates growth. Marketing is not only promotion. It is understanding. It is communication. When marketing respects people, it works. When it creates value, it lasts. That is the true foundation. Marketing does not start with ads. It does not start with campaigns. It starts with understanding people. People have needs. They have desires. They have frustrations. Some needs are clear. Some needs are hidden. Good marketing discovers both. Understanding the customer is the first rule. Without understanding, marketing fails. Assumptions create waste. Customers do not buy products. They buy outcomes. They buy progress. A product is a tool. The result is what matters. Marketing must explain the result. The next fundamental is segmentation. Not all customers are the same. Differences matter. Some customers care about price. Some care about quality. Some care about speed. Segmentation organizes reality. It reduces complexity. It creates focus. Targeting comes after segmentation. Targeting is a decision. It requires discipline. Trying to speak to everyone weakens the message. Clear focus strengthens relevance. Relevance earns attention. Positioning defines perception. It explains how the product fits in the market. It explains why it is different. Positioning is not a slogan. It is not a logo. It is a promise. This promise must be consistent. Consistency builds trust. Inconsistency creates confusion. Value proposition explains the core benefit. It answers a simple question. Why should someone care? Strong value propositions are clear. They are simple. They avoid buzzwords. Customers do not have time. They want clarity. They want confidence. Marketing should reduce effort. It should simplify decisions. It should guide choice. Features explain what a product does. Benefits explain why it matters. Outcomes explain impact. Good marketing focuses on outcomes. Outcomes drive decisions. Decisions drive revenue. Pricing is part of marketing. Price sends a message. It shapes perception. Low prices can signal accessibility. High prices can signal quality. The signal must match reality. Pricing also affects trust. Unexpected costs create frustration. Transparency builds confidence. Distribution is another foundation. A product must be easy to find. Availability affects choice. If access is difficult, demand drops. Convenience increases conversion. Marketing supports distribution. Promotion communicates value. It spreads awareness. It starts conversations. Different channels serve different purposes. Search captures intent. Social builds awareness. No channel works alone. Consistency across channels matters. Experience must feel unified. Brand is the result of repetition. It is built over time. Every interaction contributes. Brand is how people feel. It is how they remember. It is how they describe. Trust is a marketing asset. It reduces friction. It increases loyalty. Trust is fragile. It takes time to build. It can be lost quickly. Marketing does not stop after purchase. Retention is essential. Long-term value matters. Acquiring new customers is expensive. Keeping customers is efficient. Loyalty stabilizes growth. Customer experience shapes perception. Every touchpoint matters. Small details compound. Bad experiences erase good messages. Good experiences amplify marketing. Experience is marketing. Measurement supports learning. Data shows reality. Reality guides decisions. Metrics must match goals. Vanity metrics create noise. Meaningful metrics create clarity. Marketing requires testing. Markets change. Behavior evolves. What worked yesterday may fail tomorrow. Adaptation is necessary. Learning never stops. Marketing combines creativity and logic. Creativity attracts attention. Logic ensures efficiency. Alignment with product is critical. Marketing sets expectations. Product must deliver. Alignment with sales is also important. Sales hears objections. Marketing addresses them. Strong fundamentals create strong strategy. Weak fundamentals create confusion. Clarity creates momentum. Marketing is not manipulation. It is communication. It is understanding. At its best, marketing helps people. It guides decisions. It creates value. Marketing is about understanding people and helping them choose a product or service. It is not only about selling. It is about value. Good marketing starts with the customer, not with the company. Companies that understand this usually grow faster and last longer. At its core, marketing answers simple questions. Who is the customer? What problem does the customer have? How can a product or service help solve that problem? Why should the customer choose this solution instead of another one? These questions look simple, but they are very important. One of the main fundamentals of marketing is knowing the target audience. Not everyone is the customer. A company must decide who it wants to serve. This includes age, job, industry, income, location, and behavior. In business marketing, the customer is often a company. In consumer marketing, the customer is a person. The way we speak, write, and sell changes depending on this. Another key concept is value proposition. This means explaining clearly why a product is useful. A value proposition answers one main question. Why should I care? It explains the main benefit, not just the features. For example, customers do not buy software because it has many buttons. They buy it because it saves time, reduces cost, or helps them make better decisions. Marketing also depends a lot on understanding problems and pain points. A pain point is something that causes frustration, stress, or loss. Good marketing talks about these problems in simple language. When people feel understood, they trust the brand more. Trust is a very important part of marketing. Another fundamental is positioning. Positioning means how a brand is seen in the customer's mind. Is it affordable or premium? Is it simple or advanced? Is it for small businesses or big companies? Positioning helps customers understand where the product fits. Clear positioning reduces confusion and improves decision-making. Marketing also includes messaging. Messaging is how the company talks about itself. This includes words, tone, and style. Good messaging is clear, simple, and consistent. It avoids complex language. It focuses on benefits, not on internal company terms. In the United States, clear and direct communication is very important. One of the most classic fundamentals is the marketing mix. This includes product, price, place, and promotion. The product must solve a real problem. The price must match the value and the market. The place is where the product is sold or distributed. Promotion is how people learn about it. All these elements must work together. Marketing is also strongly connected to customer experience. This means every interaction a person has with a brand. This includes ads, website, emails, support, and product usage. A bad experience in one step can break trust. A good experience can create loyalty. Loyalty reduces marketing costs over time. Another important concept is the customer journey. This is the path a person follows before buying. It usually starts with awareness, then interest, then consideration, then decision. After that, retention and loyalty. Marketing should support each stage. Not all messages are the same at every stage. Data is another core part of marketing fundamentals. Decisions should not be based only on opinions. They should be based on data. This includes clicks, leads, conversions, sales, and feedback. Data helps marketers understand what works and what does not. However, data must be interpreted correctly. Testing is also essential. Marketing teams test headlines, images, offers, and channels. Small changes can create big differences. Testing helps reduce risk and improve results over time. This is especially important in digital environments. Consistency is another key principle. Brands should look and sound the same across channels. This helps people remember them. Consistency builds familiarity. Familiarity builds trust. Trust increases conversions. Marketing also requires patience. Results do not always come immediately. Some strategies work in the short term. Others work in the long term. Good marketers understand both. They balance quick wins with long-term brand building. Another fundamental is alignment with sales and product teams. Marketing does not work alone. It must work with sales to understand objections and real conversations. It must work with product to understand features and future improvements. When teams are aligned, the message is stronger. Storytelling is also a basic but powerful concept. People remember stories more than facts. A good story explains a problem, a solution, and a result. Case studies and examples are forms of storytelling. They help customers imagine success. Marketing is the process of connecting a product with the right people. It is not only about promotion or advertising. It starts before the product is sold and continues after the sale. Marketing exists to create value for the customer and for the business. The first fundamental of marketing is understanding the customer deeply. A company must know who the customer is and what they need. This includes their goals, problems, fears, and expectations. Without this knowledge, marketing becomes guessing. Guessing usually leads to wasted time and money. Customers do not buy products. They buy solutions. They buy results. They buy feelings such as safety, confidence, or growth. Good marketing focuses on these outcomes. It does not focus only on technical details. Technical details are important, but only after the customer understands the benefit. Another core element is segmentation. Segmentation means dividing the market into groups. Each group has similar characteristics. These can be industry, company size, role, age, or behavior. Segmentation helps marketers create clearer messages. Clear messages are easier to understand and easier to remember. After segmentation, marketing requires targeting. Targeting means choosing which segment to focus on. No company can serve everyone well. When a company tries to talk to everyone, the message becomes weak. Focus creates strength. Focus improves results. Positioning is another key foundation. Positioning defines how a brand is different from others. It answers questions like, are we faster? Are we simpler? Are we more reliable? Are we more affordable? Strong positioning helps customers decide faster. It reduces doubt and hesitation. Marketing also depends heavily on clear communication. Clear communication uses simple words. It avoids long and complex sentences. In business environments, especially in the United States, clarity is more important than sounding smart. If people understand quickly, they are more likely to act. Another fundamental is consistency over time. Marketing is not a one-time action. It is a repeated effort. Seeing the same message many times builds memory. Memory builds recognition. Recognition builds trust. Trust increases the chance of conversion. Marketing must also respect timing. A message can be good, but if it arrives at the wrong time, it fails. Understanding when a customer is ready to listen is very important. This is why the customer journey matters. Different stages require different messages. Brand is another essential foundation. Brand is not just a logo or colors. Brand is how people feel when they think about a company. It is built through repeated experiences. Every interaction affects the brand, both positive and negative. Another important principle is simplicity. Simple ideas travel faster. Simple offers convert better. Simple explanations reduce friction. Complexity creates confusion. Confusion creates inaction. Marketing should reduce friction, not increase it. Marketing also includes listening, not only talking. Feedback from customers is a powerful source of insight. Reviews, comments, surveys, and sales calls all provide valuable information. Companies that listen learn faster than companies that only talk. Measurement is another fundamental. If something cannot be measured, it is difficult to improve. Metrics help teams understand performance. They show what is working and what needs change. However, metrics should support goals, not replace thinking. Marketing is also about building relationships, not only transactions. Long-term customers are more valuable than one-time buyers. Retention is often cheaper than acquisition. Good marketing supports customers even after the sale. Another key element is alignment inside the company. Marketing must align with sales, product, and support teams. When teams share the same message and goals, customers receive a better experience. Misalignment creates confusion and frustration. Marketing also requires testing and learning. No message is perfect from the start. Testing helps improve performance step by step. Learning from failure is part of the process. Small experiments reduce big risks. Trust is a central concept in marketing fundamentals. Without trust, people do not buy. Trust is built through honesty, clarity, and consistency. Overpromising damages trust. Underpromising and delivering builds trust. Marketing is the activity of helping people understand a product or a service. It is how a company explains what it does and why it matters. Marketing connects the business with the customer. Without marketing, even a good product can fail. The most important idea in marketing is the customer comes first. A company must start by learning about the customer. This includes what the customer wants, what the customer needs, and what the customer struggles with every day. Marketing is not about what the company wants to sell. It is about what the customer wants to solve. Customers usually do not wake up wanting to buy a product. They wake up wanting to fix a problem or reach a goal. Marketing should speak to that situation. It should describe the problem clearly and show a simple solution. When customers feel understood, they pay attention.